Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we get into the campaigns of Rippers, Rumblers, and last time, well, we took a whole bunch of missions for Steiner so that they would be happy with us, because we were about to take a whole bunch of missions against Steiner for some really good gear. Today, we're going to be working with the phone company, and Steiner's not going to be particularly happy about that. So, without further ado, war criminal. Our intelligence has identified an infamous war criminal in the service of the Lyran Commonwealth on Pike. We do not care about the Lyran forces, but the criminal must be brought to justice. And by justice, we mean dead. So this will be 210,600 Seabills, with an additional 3 of 13 priority salvage at 2 skill. Hopefully we're going to run into something interesting. We can grab a whole bunch of really good parts, and we can do cool things with it. As is the goal with most of our missions. It is relatively early in the month. We had to cycle on a couple of days, get a couple of repairs. The only major change was that the Centurion now has a Comm Suite Plus in the head, because I had it and I may as well use it in a mech that I intend to field at basically every opportunity. So, let us quickly check here. We do have ambushers and supporting forces. Not tremendously great, however, we do have water. And water is tremendously great because most of our mechs are very heavily influenced in trying to use lots of lasers. So we're going to sprint into the water. We're going to see if we can't slam into the ambushing forces before these guys actually get involved. That might be a lost cause, but I do have an intention to do it. Yep, it's a great place for an ambush unless you happen to be an energy monger, which we kind of are. So get ourselves on the move as fast as possible. We're going to have to sprint the Raven out to the side of it, give him a better angle to engage from. That's the hope anyway. Oh, but the Enforcer. Oh yes, Exodus in his Enforcer is going to have a lot of fun. Large lasers, VSPLs, he's just going to be able to sit in that and just annihilate people. That's the hope. The Centurion may have a couple more problems because he's got to get close and water will slow you down. So we're going to just ball it up for now, and then we'll splinter out into multiple directions as soon as we have a decent opportunity for it. Although, still back to us. They're not responding to our movements. They're not either. Interesting. They may just not know where we are. And if they don't know where we are, hey everybody. Alright, we've got a Wasp, ignorable. A Wolfhound, not ignorable, but could be. And a Centurion D. There should be a fourth one somewhere out here, but we don't see him just yet. We got a decent shot on that Wasp, and we're going to take it, because if we can knock the Wasp out, well, we missed both shots. The Wasp is a 1S, not quite sure what that gives him in terms of weaponry. I don't think he's packing a whole ton of small lasers like a Wolf's Dragoon's Wasp is, otherwise he would have the suffix of W. But he could still be dangerous, but he is an easy target at the moment. So what's our targeting here? 52% on the tag only. I think I gotta want to sprint out in this direction. I get decent shooting. Well, not decent. It's pretty terrible, actually. But any shooting is good shooting, so let's open fire. No recoil we have to worry about. We managed to hit him with one of our... a laser that did 3 damage. Oh, because our Pirate Medium did not do a great job this time. And the Wasp is in the water with us, and I think we're going to be able to hit him. He's with Flamers. Oh, a Flamer, 2 smalls, and a medium pulse. Interesting. So he did manage to nick us a little bit with that medium pulse laser. Didn't manage to hit us with the Flamer at all. So the right torso is taking a little bit of a pounding. We should be able to use him to leapfrog forward into the rest of the group. That'll allow him to bulwark up, be protected, and then just smash everybody he can get his hands on. The Wolfhound, I'm anticipating a large laser. I was right to anticipate the large laser, and he is really taking a number out of our CT. We are down already below 50% center torso armor, so we got to get in there quick. Otherwise, we're just going to get annihilated out here. Come on, come back to me. Give me the moves. And we got missiles. Lots of missiles coming in on the Hatchet Man. So we're going to have to protect him just a little bit better. But again, we're going to be able to get into close combat with these guys. We're going to be able to axe them. That'll give us bulwark in the middle of territory. And then, unless they start pulling well away, we should be able to annihilate them. Oh, look, it's another Firestarter 9K. Because that is the only mech that you take if you happen to be bad guys. Okay, so we're looking at a multi-shot autocannon. That's 3 shots. Could this be a rotary? Triple shots. I'm guessing it's a rotary too. The Hatchet Man is really taking a pounding. Exodus. I need you to get up here and start supporting people. You need to be, well, on top of things. I do want to fire. I really do. 40%? How about if I sprinted to get closer? My only concern is, not as good. My only concern is if we do kill this Wasp, then he's got nobody to leapfrog on. So we're going to fire at him, but I'm going to hope that we don't annihilate him. I think we may have just annihilated him. No, he blood his left leg, make him more vulnerable. Good. Okay, I'm on board with that one. As long as he doesn't eject, we're happy. Did tear off the leg with the first couple shots. That's really nice. And the knockdown will push him further back. Hopefully that'll allow Hammer to go first, and Hammer will be able to do his job. Pilot injury. Enemy turn. And it's another Centurion, an A2. It's not an AH, so I'm not super concerned about it just yet. However, that could change. Pop out over here or stay in the water. Stay in the water. Keep us nice and chill. We don't know what the opportunity to shoot will be like over here. Can't shoot at you. I need to keep you alive. 22 is not particularly good. Really good shooting there. Alright, we're going to take a pot shot at that Centurion. We're going to keep it in slug mode. I had small hope. I really did. It didn't manage to impact him, though. Managed to bounce off the rock terrain and did nothing. More enemy movement going on. I assume they're going to focus on the Hatchman. He's firing a couple of missiles. And, he's got his own cluster rounds. Are you our old Centurion? No, you're not, because we had a more advanced Centurion. Okay, he's down at 1. We're at 18. We should go before the Wolfhound, I think. At least that's what all justice in the world says we should get, but we're getting shelled from on far again. Not quite sure by who, because it's certainly not the Firestarter. At least it shouldn't be the Firestarter. Oh, more of this rotary cannon off to the side. Jam, please, and explode. That's 4 shots. He's pushing it. 5 shots. He's really pushing it now. 6 shots. I'm really desperately hoping that's a rotary, because if that's 6 AC2s, we're in a lot of trouble. Hammer. Get up and hammer people. Well, you're gonna shift around like that and hope that it provides you a little bit of cover. You'll be able to axe him and take him out of the fight. Good. Okay, first one is down. So that also gives us bulwark, that gives us protection, so we're nice and happy. We'll be taking half damage, and if we support our pilots well enough, we might even be able to prevent more damage incoming. Okay, we got a Wasp, we've also got a Raven. Oh, okay, that's where that might have come from. Commander. Ripper wants a shot, and Ripper shall have it. 15% is not very good. Ripper, can you get closer? I know your Centurion is particularly slow, but we'd like you to be able to do magical things with it. Still only a 15%. If I moved up here, 12%. Jeez, we are not going to be able to make it very quickly over to support him. That is unfortunate on several levels. How about if I moved over here? No, we have no idea what we're doing. I gotta get him up front. He's got to move forward. He's got to attract attention. Hi, look at me. I'm a Centurion. Come try and shoot me. Not particularly great shots anywhere, so we're going to go with a cluster round. And just send a little bit of fire his way. Maybe we can influence his decision. We managed to hit him with a couple of clusters. Okay, that works. And maybe they'll take aim at the Centurion, because the Centurion's going to be a slightly easier shot. I don't want to attract too much fire, but I do need to take the pressure off the Hatchetman for a little bit. Wolfhound maneuvering for a shot on the Raven, and not able to hit us with the large laser, but his pulse laser's already nicked once. But not any other times. Arm's starting to get a little bit weak, which would be extra bad. So being in this water is both good and bad. It keeps us nice and chill. We can just alpha over and over and over. But bad, well, because we don't have any cover out here and we're not particularly quick. Move into a marsh, I think. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Although it's still presenting that weak left side, which I'm not particularly happy about. Can't quite get into the water, but I will, or into the forest, but I will next turn. So we're gonna leap on over here. Yeah, that's probably the Wolfhound. Launch a beacon at him. Probably won't hit, but you never know. We'll give it a shot. Lots of fire coming down. We did manage to tag him. Interesting. So he's been marked out. It'll be an easier target for everybody else. And now the Centurions. Oh no, the Firestarter. The actual primary target of this group. Although we came here for salvage, so... Ooh, he's a large laser Firestarter. So he's somewhat irritating. Can we get Exodus moving? Exodus is particularly slow. But Exodus is also particularly good, right? 27s? It's not particularly good. We're not going to lie, Exodus. That's a little disappointing. That's no better, is it? Well, it adds in a couple of other weapons, but I don't really care. So we're going to move out over here. Still only using the large lasers, but that's okay, because our heat is fine. Take a couple of pot shots. And a couple of misses. Well, a triplet of misses. That was not good. But we're working on it. We're going to get there eventually. And if worse comes to worse, I'm going to hope that Hammer can get up on top of them and axe them. Because he's getting really close and he's about to be out of the water. Now that is going to put him in a somewhat vulnerable position. But I'm hoping I can mitigate that somehow. Centurion is backing up, showing his back to somebody. And firing lots of fire down to the Enforcer. Enforcer taking a ton of hits. But the armor has been maxed out and it's in relatively good shape. Splattered a lot of that damage across most of the mech. I can get there. What do I show my back to? I will be showing my back to a Raven, which probably can't do much to me. So let's do it. Now I could have Vigilance here just for the for the speed buff, the initiative buff, but I think I don't want to do that yet. Okay, tore off his arm. Unfortunately, it's not his cannon arm, so he probably doesn't care all that much. He is almost unsteady with that, though, so we might be able to get a couple of things done to him. He didn't move very far, though, so he should be an easy target to continue to put the pressure down on. We'd like to take him reasonably intact. Centurions are really good mechs, especially because we've got a Clint right now in the hold that we can't use. Okay, large laser managing to miss the Raven. That's good. Witness, if I can get you out of there, that would be excellent. But I'm not sure we're going to be able to pull that one off. Okay, Firestar Ace Pilot leaping backwards into cover. Doesn't want to be vulnerable to our incoming fire. Ripper and Witness. Witness first. Witness will move into the trees. And not great accuracy on anybody, if we're completely honest. But that's kind of to be expected. Light mechs in trees. I mean, we're doing essentially the same thing. Could bulwark out for more initiative bonus, but I'm just going to take the shot here. Still keeping the beacon going because I would like to get a nice narc on him. Looks like we tagged him again, but not able to get another narc on him yet. Now, I'm very happy I decided to move in there. Okay, we got a rear attack coming in for the Raven. Only one managed to actually hit, so we're happy with that. Alright, Ripper can actually get some work done. Lovely. And if he puts just enough fire down, he might be able to get a lot of work done. We're going to walk forward, and then we're going to use our Vigilance, which we did not use before. And we're going to take aim at you, keep it on cluster, because I just need hits on to hopefully force him a little bit back when it comes to stability. I want to make him unsteady. We got it. So that's going to slow him down. He's not going to be able to move as far. And if we happen to get Exodus moving before him, which I kind of don't think we will, but if we do, we can move Exodus in nice and close and just unload on him with a massive alpha of all of the lasers that we possibly have. Centurion taking some hits, so I'm very happy that I decided to go with the Bulwark on this one, or Vigilance. That way he can manage to avoid the worst of the incoming fire. His heat is critical, but he is just holding on to that shutdown. Exodus is going to be able to move first. Nice. That's not quite as good as I'd like. Can I sprint into closer range? 46, 27, 24, 39 versus 52s. 27, 30 something. I gotta go with the 52s. The large lasers are the things I really care about, if I'm completely honest. And those go up to 71s because I didn't run. First one hit, second one hit. Both of the medium lasers missed, but we did manage to tag him. He has stability check failed. He's going down to the bottom. And also onto his back. So that'll work out quite nicely. Oh, and a head hit. So that's a single pilot injury remaining. We're not going to be able to follow this up, but if we trip him, if we happen to knock out a leg instead of his or a torso, if we chop through him, which that torso's got to be weakened. Wasp coming up. Wasp is trying to support a little bit, firing into our bulwark. He's also using his flamer. I don't think he's quite realized that we don't care if he hits us with a flamer. And no heat anyway, so he didn't actually hit us with the flamer. I'd like to take this Wasp down because Wasps are easy to kill. 25% of supporting Lyran forces have been destroyed. However, the ambushes are still on the way. Centurion managing to nail us with that autocannon. Ow, we are open and detected now. So we got to get out of this area. And the other Centurion will stand up. He still has his cannon, but he does have a massive accuracy debuff because he just got up. So let's see what he does with that. He's going to try and get away. He's gonna run for it and open fire on the Raven with a couple of missiles. Don't bother running, friend. You're only gonna die tired. Yes, I know it's a cliche, but it's probably an accurate one because we're gonna run up, well, basically right behind him and try and cut him apart. Power armor, uh-oh. Power armor can be extremely dangerous in this game. It is guarded, it is entrenched, we have no idea what it has. We don't have any idea what the Centurion has either, but I do know I'd like to get onto his side. Oh, the head is so vulnerable. Just go for this torso. We're going to see if we can't axe him up a little bit. Take out the other arm would be fine. Oh, left torso destroyed. Pilot is dead. That Centurion is down and mostly intact. Alright, so we've taken out one of the Centurions. The Raven is maneuvering around for another shot, which I can only assume, yep, going to be fired at the Hatchet Man. So we're going to take the rain a little bit. One hit, so you have managed to be narked, or is it a haywire? It's not telling me, which concerns me. We've been narked. Nope, we're under ECM protection because we carry it with us. It's one of the joys of our mech. The Wasp beginning nice and close. He thinks from here he can do it. He's not doing a tremendous job, but he's trying, and we gotta give him credit for that. I don't know if we're going to hang around to axe him or if we're going to see if we can't sprint to try and get to these two guys. They are obviously much more dangerous in this fight, so I'm not really concerned about a Wasp. And the ambushers are still hanging out way back there. Interesting. I'm not against this. I think that's a very positive thing. Large laser. Not able to connect. Excellent. So we're very happy with that so far. And what else you got for me? Anything? Nothing? Okay, he's moved and he's hidden. Which is obviously one of the best maneuvers he can do. He is sprinting. Is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot. Large laser, medium laser. And oh, no, it is large and a medium pulse. That's more than 30 heat. I don't know how much heat sinking he has, but that might keep him over the line. We're about to find out. Heat is critical. Emergency shutdown engaged. Oh, somebody's about to have a bad day. Okay, we have all of our mechs available just to annihilate people, and that Centurion has not moved. I may just ignore him because we've got such a beautiful shot here. We don't know how fast he's going. That is a bit of an unfortunateness. Ripper, instead, if I pushed you into this, SRM6s would be 60%. I think I want to try and use Exodus first on this one. Or Witness, really. But Exodus first, because I don't know if he's going to move in time. So I'd like to try and keep that to a minimum. We're going to go VSPL times 4, because it does the most number of shots. And I'd like to do as much damage as possible. 1 large laser hit, 2 large laser hit already. And we've got him tagged. And we're looking at a whole bunch of misses from the pulses and the VSPL. Structure exposed, lovely. And he has been acquired. Comes back to us, Ripper, lovely, that's what we needed. So we're going to right up here, make sure we're selected to cluster. We've got our SRMs all ready to rock and roll. Let's see if we can't find some crits in that hole. Oh, we hit him with a medium laser already. And didn't look to be super crit-tastic, which is kind of disappointing. Take aim from here. I got a called shot. But it's the Centurion that I want. We're going to go with Haywire at this point. Just see if we can't screw with him. We managed to hit him once so far. And a couple more missiles. This will push him into the unsteady zone. However, we're not going to be able to take super great advantage of that. And we're going to maneuver around and make that shot longer and into more forest. Centurion is backing up. He is not happy with what has transpired. He's opening fire on the Enforcer, trying to get some damage down on the mech that has really dented him quite badly. But that has moved him very close to Enforcer range. Oh, we got rear attacks. We've got AC, rack 20. Oh, that's one hit on the back. Okay. Please jam Mr. Rack up there. I'm still really, really hoping that that's a rack, because if it's not, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, so I think we take advantage of the incredibly weak and very open. Actually, how's the shot to the Centurion? 27. Yeah, not great. Okay, give me a shot on him. We're going to go with the Haywire launcher. We're going to aim for the head because I don't really care about accurate fire, but if we get a headshot, that would be lovely. And a whole bunch of shots to scatter all over the mech. I think we missed the Haywire, or did we? Oh, no. No. We got the Haywire. Lovely. Hatchetman is going to come over here, protect himself as best as he can. Yeah, that's not a great... Well, that's better. I'll put him into the back. Again, it's not the cannon arm, which is what I prefer, but it will deal a nice amount of damage there. So his leg has been pretty badly dented. We can go for the other leg. Well, we can go for both legs, but he is vulnerable. And that's all that matters. Large laser firing at the Hatchetman, not able to connect, so I assume he's going to back up and try and run away. Yes, no, maybe, perhaps. He's thinking about it. He is considering running away. And like the brave Lyran commander, he sprints the heck on out of there. Alright, we've got a shot here, right? How about if I sprinted to get nice and close to him? Get ourselves into the marsh. It would be 46, 52, 52 versus 46, 52, 65 on the cannon. What was the cannon before? Well, we're already committed, and I'm a doofus. I hate it when that happens. It's very irritating. We've placed our back towards some really nasty things, and we had an opportunity to annihilate him, which would have been really cool. Power armor bouncing to the back, not able to take any real great shots. Hi, I'm just going to stay in the water because the water is very safe for me. And not going to shoot at you, but I am going to shoot at you. VSPL, I'd like to set back to 3 because that'll give us a decent combination of accuracy and damage. Okay, we tore off his torso and doing a pretty decent job to him. Unfortunately, not getting any hits to that leg, which would have been great if we had managed to tear it off. 2 of 3 health remaining. If only Ripper hadn't screwed... Well, if only I hadn't screwed up placing Ripper. And ouch. Double ouch. Triple ouch. Please make the ouch stop. So he went full aggression there with that rack. I'd like to take that rack. There's a reason why I wanted that rack, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it because I think I'm going to get enough Oh, more incoming fire from the Raven. I think I'm going to get enough Centurion parts to build a Centurion, so I'm going to lean in that direction. Raven moving very slightly. Wolfhound back on. The Hatchet Man really could axe him. It's a thought that's running through my mind. I think I may do it. Mini Vindicator! I can't wait for the Wasps to get an actual model. Centurion is going to move up. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to engage the Enforcer. And he has, once again, tagged him. This Enforcer just gets tagged over and over and over, it looks like. Alright, Witness. It's time to get involved. Hopefully... Oh, I can shoot from the side. Lovely. It's time to get involved. Absolutely. Beacon. I could haywire it, but I think if I can get a good shot on that leg, I can destroy the leg, and he's been narked. Alright, so he's on his back. He's going to be an easy shot, and hopefully we will be able to take advantage. Backing up, back a little bit more. We're doing kind of the same thing that their Firestarter is doing, although clearly we're being just a little bit more efficient at it. Firestarter rolling back into the battle. He wants the shot on the Hatchet Man, and he can't make it. He did get a small laser, though, so he is working forward towards a goal, and he is accomplishing some of his goals.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Yeah, but we don't want to invite anymore, let's be honest with ourselves. Hammer really did not do very well. An 18 on that roll instead of the high 20s that he's been getting pretty consistently. And we got their support from over there that we really got to deal with. Wolfhound spreading out a little bit and going to open fire. Managing to get a penetrating hit. I think that's going to be on the leg. Structure exposed. We're not having a good time now because that's going to be an expensive repair. Really, that's the only reason. And override successful, but he is just boiling. If we had even a single flamer, we could probably set him off. More fire coming into his back. He is able to shed it. He is, after all, the Hatchet Man.
Nothing I can't handle.
And Ace Pilot, he's going to pivot in place. Interesting decision. Okay, so we don't know what you're doing, but we think you're down to bottom one. And if you're down to bottom one, then I can take care of your buddy. Hi, buddy. I'm going to see if I can't introduce you to my good friend. We call him Mr. Righty. And he is a big old 20-ton hatchet. Oh, there goes the leg. That's not a great start for your attempts to flee, sir. So he has taken an injury. 2 of 3 pilot injuries remain. If we take out the other leg, he's dead. Please don't be him. Nope, it's going to be the power armor. Maneuvering for a back shot and opening fire with his PA weapons. Did not connect, but he tried. And the Wasp maneuvering. Dramatic entrance. And a rear attack. Unfortunate, and I am the one who set that rear attack up because I misclicked, and that is a mistake because I should know that you back out of maneuvers before you actually click maneuvers. I know this, I have done this before, and yet I still made that mistake. Okay, we're going to maneuver ourselves like so, because it's gonna be a beautiful case of accuracy. And we're gonna go for that leg. How much damage does that leg need? Not a lot. Clusters? Or just save the cannon entirely? Clusters will have a less chance of annihilating. Well, he might lose the engine. Cut the cannon entirely, I think. Yes? Yes, go for it! No, I think we may have killed his CT. Okay, we've almost killed him. Oh, no, that's, well... He bailed. Okay, good. So that worked out. That worked out great. I was seriously worried, and it did not go the way I was worried it would go. Okay, I have a pretty decent target on. I need to guard my my right leg. So, I should actually get into cover. That is probably the best maneuver. But it's going to be a cooker. Although I would like that side shot. That side shot is a beautiful side shot. Alright, we're going to light this mech on fire a little bit. Maneuver it. We are being jammed by ECM. It's possibly you. It might not be you. Medium laser off because it's a terrible accuracy. VSPL down to... Okay, down to 1. So it'll be basically a medium laser. And we'll lay into him. Laser hit. Laser hit. Lots of laser hits. And attack. And looks like he's going to take most of that on the armor, to be expected. He has been target acquired, so we will be able to be aggressive against him. I kind of anticipate something interesting. Oh, we got lots of auto cannon fire coming in on the Hatchet Man from downtown. Doesn't look like it's going to hit. Good. Comes back to Hammer. Alright, Hammer. Let's end this. Let us end this farce. It's not. It's been a pretty good battle all around. Axe him. Cover, bulwark, not much evasion this time, but we have annihilated the Firestarter, which is not terrible. I mean, it is a Firestarter. Does anyone really care about it? We've got a lot of them. Well, we don't have a lot of them, but there appears to be just a ton of them all over the universe. And battle armor bouncing all over the place. He's nimble, he's maneuverable, you can't quite touch him. And to be fair, our CT is getting pretty low. I'm very concerned about it. Ripper.
Yes, Commander.
Ripper wants to get involved in this fight, and Ripper's gonna... He's gonna... Probably should have punched him. It's only 28 damage, so... Cluster is on, and we're just gonna lay into this guy with everything we got. Which, we're not being incredibly accurate, but... Oh, structure exposed. That leg is vulnerable. If Witness can move before he can... More missiles coming in from the Raven. If Witness can move before he can, we might have an opportunity to knock out that leg. Oh, his misfire on the LRM-15. He's having a bad day. Witness, aggression time. Not great help if I just moved straight forward. We're going for it. We're going to risk the Raven a bit because I'd like to take this Wolfhound's leg out from under him. We are going to Vigilance to protect him a little bit from the incoming fire. He shall no doubt receive. Okay, not great laser shooting, nor much of anything shooting. Okay, that did not go wonderful. Wolfhound on the maneuver, able to get a back shot. He's opening fire. Nailed us with the large laser. Oh, there's a lot of important... Oh, crit. So we got a crit on the engine, and an SRM-6 also critted. But nothing broken? Okay, and the mech did shut down, so he invested all of himself into that one. I think we may pull out just after taking out the supporting forces, because we're not going to get the rack. We're going to save for better things. Wasp maneuvering. Probably should have maneuvered the other direction to try and take more advantage on the Centaurian, but wasn't able to make it happen. Firing a whole bunch of shots. Have we not killed the War Criminal? I thought we killed the War Criminal. Wasn't the War Criminal Firestarter? Or is the War Criminal hopping around in this little tiny battle armor? Show me War Criminal. Oh. War Criminal's the one with the rack. Got it. I can maneuver the Enforcer back there, but I'm going to give that joy and or honor to my good buddy Ripper. And in the meantime, we're going to light you all the way up. Fire. Hey! Large laser hit, large laser miss also, but we have torn off his arm completely. And last shot of the pulse manages to not connect. So target acquired and detected, but not as good as I had been hoping, unfortunately. We're starting to rise up in the heat, and we are getting a little bit concerned with the amount of damage we've taken on this mech. Enemy turn, they get to move first. Not cool. And hop from the power armor. Firing more weapons. You are adorable. If you penetrate the armor, you're going to stop being adorable, but for now, you are adorable. Alright, let's axe you, or maneuver over here. No, we've got him handled, I think. 76. 76 is going to be the best we're going to get. Hi. Miss. Oh, not good. We're going to be dancing with this guy for a little while, aren't we? That is not tremendous. Pilot instability, but we're okay. Witness. Witness me. Oh, we're going to get good accuracy on this one. If Witness can take care of this, that's great. From Beacon to Haywire. Go right for the CT. Yeah, go right for the CT. See if we can't just core him out. We're going to give it a shot, and... Well, we're only a Raven. We're really not designed for that. He is unsteady, though. So, vulnerable is the maximum at this point. More fire coming out on the Enforcer. I'm worried about that left leg. Miss, and, Miss, and, yeah, you're really close to that leg. Miss. Okay, phew, we're alive. Unlike what we could have been. Back to us. Exodus. Exodus can't afford to get too crazy about things. After all, Exodus is almost missing a leg, but Exodus can still be somewhat aggressive. VSPL to off or pulse to off? Well, medium laser off, VSPL to off. That puts us still over the heat threshold. Medium pulse to off. We shall roll the dice just to get under heat again. Hit. Hit. Okay, good penetrating hits right there. And tore off his leg. Lovely. Him being on his back is a very good position for us. So he's lost his evasion, and now he's down. If his pilot's smart, he'll eject. Okay, good, good. Please tell me it's not the Wolfhound. We got more missiles incoming. On the Raven from the other Raven. So we're having a battle of Raven supremacy right now. We really would like to keep that arm protected because that arm is very vulnerable. Raven backing off. Oh, the Raven may have made a serious mistake. All right, Ripper, that dude who tried to end you, do me a favor. Vigilance this, and end him. Shut up, that. I'm going to save the recall. This may be a mistake. I hope it's not. Okay, good. We tore him apart. I was a bit worried there for a second. So primary supporting Lyran forces have been defeated. There's still also the Ambusher and the War Criminal himself. The Wasp shall stand. He rises once more. He shall not be defeated by some enforcer of the law. And he's going to waddle on over, limping as best as he can, and open fire with his flamer. And he did manage to hit us in the leg, which is very unfortunate because that leg does not... he hit it again. Jeez. He's being very, very dangerous. Yeah, we recognized it. We're very concerned, and we're going to attempt to deal with it in the best way that we know how. LBX to on, go for the cluster, and open fire. Okay, we got a hit. Most of the SRM's not doing a great job, and there goes most of his torso. Unfortunately, we didn't take out the leg. That's something, however, that Witness can accomplish, right? Maybe, potentially. Well, at least Witness is back into cover. Fire again. Okay, we got a couple of good laser hits. There we go. Okay, so you're protected. We've got your back. We just need to take care of this Raven. Which Hammer will be able to get his move first. Lovely. Hammer, get up here. No. I did actually use the escape that time. We're going to see if we can't ask him a question. I think I've said I'll try and reduce the number of jokes I try and tell with that one, but let's be honest, it's... Okay, it ain't funny, but it's amusing to me. So we have damaged his arm. Not great. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. However, we are now within range. So now that we are within range, he kind of can't get away. Lots more fire coming for the Enforcer. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. He can go up to 6 times with this cannon. 4 shots. 5 shots. Come on, jam and explode. Gosh darn it. Whatever mech this is, it was just... Oh, and he managed to hit us with the last one. Whatever mech this is, it is clearly designed to fire the rack at maximum fire because he is just ignoring everything we do. Missiles to the back. You're about to have... Oh, no, it didn't happen.
Standing by.
Lovely. We're going to sprint over here. Do I got a target? It's not a very good target, but you got one. So, yeah, this may be a bit dangerous considering how vulnerable we are. VSPL. Medium pulse? Not quite. Medium pulse is a pulsing too far. But we're going to fire like so. Miss, miss, miss. Lots of missing. To be expected. He is, after all, power armor. He's not particularly good power armor. He's EXPA, which I'm not quite sure what that is, but I do know that he's only got like a small laser and a single SRM, so I'm not super concerned. Hi. Please die. Oh, you missed that time. I had that feeling. You know that feeling you get when something tragic is about to happen? Yeah, I had that feeling. And lo and behold, he missed. So it would have been nice if we could have completely wiped that Raven completely off the map, but it did not happen. Ah, stop doing that! We've got to run him away. We legitimately need to run the Enforcer away because he's got 4 health. If this Raven turns around and shoots at him, he's screwed. Okay, let's, that's not good accuracy. That ain't good accuracy. You're just gonna have to suck it up, really. We are dealing with heat problems for the first time in a long time. Shut off that one because you're crit. Miss, lots of miss, more missing, and like 2 or 3 hits. So we're working on it, bit by bit. Enemy movements. Oh, you're going for the melee. If he hits my leg, I'm in trouble. Please don't hit my leg. You hit my arm. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm down with that. Me and the kids were down with that one. Oh, it looks like we took out his missile launcher. That's why he's doing all of this crazy junk. Pop over here, take a shot. It's not going to be a great shot, but it's a shot. But you may be vulnerable to incoming fire, and that concerns me greatly because you are not capable of taking incoming fire. You are a Raven after all. Okay, maneuvering for a little bit closer of an operation. Not you, but you. Set that to beacon just in case we get incredibly lucky. It'll make everybody else's lives a lot easier. We did hit him with a medium laser, and we tore off his arm. Ow. Keep in mind, power armor is not a mech. He has just lost his arm. So he's having a bit of a bad day. Exodus. Exodus can't do it. Oh god. Run away. Show your back to the enemy. And left is right, so that actually protects me from the death squad that is them. And just for giggles, we're gonna give ourselves some vigilance here. Lock it down. I've got to get away from him. I mean, there's nothing else for it. It must be done. Okay, come on here, and you've got a 90%, man. Come on, Hammer, finish him off. I just need this Raven to not be here anymore. A little bit of a waddle. Again? And how did you miss by 12%? You had a 90% chance to hit. 90 plus 12 is 102. I think somebody has some explaining to do with mathematics. And the power armor's jumping. Firing at us. All he's got is missiles. The poor, poor baby. Hatchet Man, just why? That's 2 in a row. That was 2 really good axes in a row. And he's turned back on.
Good to go.
So that's unfortunate. Don't want to punch with the Raven. That would probably not end great. But I am going to walk right up on top of you. Hi. I have lots of weapons, and, well, I'm hoping that even one of them will kill you. Oh, good. We've torn out the left torso. Okay, dude, if you're missing your left torso, I don't think you're alive anymore. So I'm going to hope, and I think he's dead. Okay, good. So we're just down to this gosh darn Raven. And this Raven, he's just crazy. Absolutely madman. Going for the punch. Managed to hit our CT quite efficiently. Raven on Raven combat. They did not forget their battle. Their grandiose and implacable battle. Come up here. Yes, we are exposing ourselves to a certain extent, but I think I got it. Let's go for 3, because 3 is the best combination. Open fire. Hit. Hit. Lovely. Lots of big red numbers is what I want to see. If you blow out his side torso, I think that'll kill him. And he's dead. So ambusher's destroyed. Supporting units destroyed. It's just you and me, war criminal. Well, you, me, and my 3 other buddies. So, he has a very annoying rack. I don't know how he got this rack, but it's terrifying, because I really don't want to bring Exodus anywhere near it. If Exodus loses a leg, it's not the end of the world, but it's severely irritating. The problem, of course, being that if Exodus does lose a leg, then, unfortunately for us, we're going to brace him. Unfortunately for us, we will have to take him into the hospital for a while. And getting people out of the hospital is not something we want to do, considering we don't really have much in the way of hospital modules. Also, it's expensive to replace limbs. It makes things irritating. But at the end of the day, we are still going to have to bring him into the battle. As long as we see him before he sees us, we're good. If we can keep Exodus sort of in the back, we should be fine.
Yes, boss.
So keep rolling on up towards him. Does this lead towards him? Eventually, in sort of a roundabout way. But you know what? I'm okay with that.
Heading out.
Over the rough terrain, getting by that as soon as we can. That way we're not being affected by it as we continue our stomp all the way up. And we'll get this to make sure that he keeps up. We're going to need that ECM umbrella. And we got him on sensors? I heard a ping, but apparently not. So we've got something going on here. Continue the movement with Ripper. Ripper cannot be gotten behind, because if they do, we're going to lose stuff. We've dented a couple of things, it's true. We're going to need some serious repair time. But we haven't lost anything yet. So he is maneuvering around the corner, it looks like. That's fine, as long as I can get, well, as long as he's not too big. Which he may be an absolutely gigantic mech. That is entirely a possibility. It is a 2-skull mission, and he is, well, a general on an assassination, so. Okay, we're going to continue our movement up here. Ah, we got him on sensors. We will finally discover what has been racking us from long range. I'm going to guess a Shadowhawk, and it is an urban mech. Well, I'll be dipped in caramel. Interesting. Okay, so this is some sort of advanced urban mech firing down to the Centurion. He's got a rack on an urban mech. I can't really fault him. I mean, this is an interesting concept, not a bad one, just interesting. I can get a direct line of sight. Lovely. Not with any real degree of accuracy. Do it anyway. So, yeah, you're a fascinating thing. Why is my narc not in range? Huh, I didn't think he was that far. Okay, we fired both weapons, managed to miss both times. So, an urban mech with a rack. He still has ammo for the rack, but we'd like to eliminate him as soon as possible. We can shoot and scoot, and that is exactly what we shall do. Turn on the SRM. LBX to cluster mode, because he is actually pretty low on armor, surprisingly. And fire the clusters, getting some damage down on the target. Good. Head hit, injury ignored. Oh, he's a badass. And we're going... I wanted to vigilance that, but apparently I missed my opportunity to do so. You are going to actually sit there and shoot. And use your large lasers. Blink, blink. Both of them missed, but he did get tagged. Lovely. So he has been target acquired and detected, and then we're going to back off, because I'm not putting this Enforcer in risk right now. We're going to use the large lasers the way they were designed. Oh, look. Look, he's in range. I love this mech so much. Oh, the Hatchet Man with the improved engine is godlike. Swing that axe time. Lovely. Good job airbatting. Okay, where's the exit? Oh, it's right behind us. Lovely. So it's going to take the Hatchet Man a little while to get there, but that's okay. So we've taken out everybody. We're going to get a lot of Centurion parts. Oh, so many Centurion parts. We may come out of this mission with another Centurion, which would be awesome. This Centurion has proven to, well, not this Centurion. This Centurion has been proven to be amazing. Even in the modified version without the MMLs, although we would like the MMLs back. That'd be really cool. So I'm very excited to see what we can actually pull off with this one. If we're really lucky, we've already got parts to a Centurion, which I don't know if we do. I think we do, but I don't know if we do. And if we do, then we may not have to spend our entire allowance on trying to get more Centurion parts for another mech. Now, we do have a Clint right now in the hold, and I took a look at this Clint, and I gotta tell you that this Clint is worthless. The only thing that survived on it was an ER small laser and a small cockpit. Everything else has just been annihilated. It was cost us 20 days and 200,000 to get this mech rebuilt, and I really just don't want to bother. So my plan at the moment is to sell it. I don't see a reason to keep it around. It's a 40-tonner. We've got better mechs. We've got a Shadowhawk coming in the next couple of days. Well, it's going to be longer than that because, oh, the Enforcer's going to be in repairs for quite some time, as will the Hatchman. Everybody took a pretty good pounding on this mission because we had to cross this dead zone. Had we not had this, we would have been on top of the enemy much faster and with much less damage. So, my desire to use the lake as just a giant heatsink, it worked somewhat, but I don't think it worked as well as it kind of could have if we wanted to actually use that as an actual tactic. I'm not sure what we could have done to change it. If we sort of skulked around down here, we'd have had more tree cover, probably only had a turn or two, but that kind of narrows me into a very, very small firing lane that I kind of didn't want to be in. We got pretty lucky, too, the fact that the urban mech couldn't really hit us too badly. So, Witness, you're good. Just need to get our Hatchet Man back, and then we can get the heck on out of here.
Taking a protective stand.
Everybody's good. And Hammer will now just get in here. And we're done. Lovely. Sumi coming in to pick us up. And we should be nice and happy. So yeah, we're probably going to sell the Clint. I don't see a use for it. It didn't have any special equipment on board. It has no quirks. It's basically just taking up space in the mech bay. I still have it for now because, well, it's not costing us anything until the end of the month. So 224,570 C-bills, which is not bad at all, really. But that Enforcer and the Centurion, that was close. We almost lost a very important part. The Hatchet Man just picking up most of the kills, but wow, the Raven really coming in with a great showing. Everybody did a pretty good job. I'm kind of amazed we avoided injuries, so no, we don't have any. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping for a couple of Centurion parts. A whole bunch of medium lasers and a medium X-Pulse laser, which was really fun. And there's that wreck, too, that he was just blazing away at us with. We have one, right? Oh, no, we didn't. We missed it. A couple of Endo Steels, some energies, the Fire Control System Energy Plus, which would be cool, but who would use it? We've already got one, I believe, in the Enforcer. Hands, heat sinks, lots of heat sinks. There should be a double heatsink kit in here. Yeah, it's the full-on kit. I want a Centurion out of this mission, and a prototype double heatsink. Interesting. I don't think I saw the kit itself, so... And another double-stack magazine for that. Oh. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Centurion parts. Wait, more than that. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Centurion parts. The A2 Centurion comes with UAC. Nice. And the D comes with an LBX and Artemis MML. So this is the one that we had. So here comes the question. Do we risk everything? I think yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got it. And there's a high chance that we get a Centurion 9D. We also got some power armor, a couple of wasp parts, a large laser, a heatsink, and we got both the rotary and the double. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because we don't really have mechs built for it, but yes! I'm happy about that. Yes, there was a double heatsink kit on the table that we could have taken. There was a lot of good kit here, but going for the mech really felt like the right decision. Maybe that's hubris. In fact, I know that's hubris because we've got a Shadowhawk on the way that's just a couple of days from being patched up. And then we'll also have this thing, which is going to be a project. So, but I'm happy. I like the Centurion. The Centurion has really left a good mark on me with this campaign so far. Just, it's been solid and reliable. And if we can get another 9D, then we can do a lot of good work with it. Of course, we have to be lucky to get the 9D. We have the Artemis fire control system for it. And we have an LBX for it. We don't have any MMLs, so we'd need that. Whereas Rata, we don't do any influence, but who cares? It is the 9D! Yes! 92,000 for the next 40 days. It's not quite accurate, but we are going to be offline for quite a while, unfortunately. Let's check it out. 16 days on the Centurion, 15 days on the Enforcer. The Hatchetman and the Raven will be done soon, so actually what I'm going to do, this is crazy, you may call me crazy, but you know what? I like to have stuff ready to go somewhat soon. And we're not going to be doing anything for a little while. So let's check out the mech bay with our brand new Centurion, which is probably in many, many pieces, but I have hope. Oh, my hope is waning fast. I think I saw the broken double heatsink kit. What do we got left? We got the cannon. None of the MMLs, which is what I wanted. None of the cooling systems. Really, so we lost pretty much everything that made this mech special. So really what we've got is we've got a Centurion shell. Could be worse. It really could. Single double heatsink. I don't think I know for a fact I don't have a double heatsink kit. So that's not going to work out quite super well. But what could we do to him? He has 2 energy, 1 ballistic, and 3 missile. Well, unfortunately, we don't have any of the missiles. We have no MMLs. I could pack on just a whole ton of SRM6s. But I don't kind of see the point to that. Because, yeah. Oh, we kept the medium lasers. Of course we kept the bloody medium lasers. I'm not a fan of that, just spamming a whole bunch of missiles. What I am a fan of is maxing out the armor. That has proven to be an incredibly useful technique. Keeping the LBX is a lot of fun. I think I've got an extra round of cluster ammo. I also think I have an extra case. Quick check for the case 2. It's in equipment. There's a case 1. Do I not have a case 2? That would be so... That is somewhat sad. Huh. Okay, so we don't have a case 2, so case 1 for now. Because there's really nowhere else for it to go. If the ammo explodes, it'll take off this half of the mech, which would be very unfortunate. I may actually move the ammunition and everything over to this side of the mech if I can't find anything to do with it. I'm almost positive that I have additional slug or cluster rounds. Yeah, LBX clusters. So there is that. So we can repair the cannon. Double heatsink kit. Yes, a double heatsink. Tag, a case 2, the hand. Hand would be nice to have, but we don't have it. An Artemis targeting computer, which he does not have. What we could do is we could try and build around the cannon, because we do have the fire control system ballistic. We also have the target. We also have an Artemis. We could do the Artemis thing. Throw that on there. If we do that, that makes a lot more sense to try and go SRM heavy. And at that point, we don't have double heatsinks. We can't do that. I mean, we've got 2 double heatsinks now. We've got this one and this one. So if we find the kit, we can make use of it. But for now, we cannot. Throw that in the head. Actually, no, don't, because I think I have an electronic countermeasure system, which I'm going to throw in there. So what we could do is, let's try and figure out something we could do, actually. I don't have any structure, although he's already got Endo and Pharaoh. Oh, that takes up a ton of slots. I could really go heavily onto the SRMs. If I did that, how much weight are we looking at? Oh, and I've only got 1 ton of SRM ammo, so I'm going to need more. If I'm stacking the SRMs on the one side, then I'm going to stack the ammo over on this side. Where did that case go? Well, I'll grab it in a second. 2 and 3. So if I do that, I've got 10.31 tons, and my heat efficiency is trash. Wow, how much heat does each one of these build? 14? Oh, it's the medium lasers that are screwing with my heat values, aren't they? So 14, well, 45 essentially. Well, minus 3 is 42. So 42 plus the additional for the 2 medium lasers, which we probably wouldn't use. 10.31 tons. What does that give me? Where do I go with that? With an Artemis targeting computer? The rack is like 12 or 13 tons, isn't it? Because racks are ridiculously heavy. That's the ammo for the rack. Where's the cannon itself? There it is. 12 tons, yes. So that's not a thing that's going to happen. What are we looking at here? This weapon has a recoil of 1. This weapon has 5 jam multiplier. So recoil times jam equals jam chance. So if you fire this thing 6 times, you're looking at a 30% chance of jamming. Okay. It's fixed at 4 shots per trigger pull. Yeah, but that's not actually true in this version of the game, which is lovely, and we're very happy with it. +1 accuracy to arm-mounted weapons, but no recoil absorption. We need a weapon mount to make this thing really work. I don't think we're going to do this. I mean, we can't do it. The tonnage does not work. Because we need more tons for the SRM ammo, which, again, I'm not certain I'd want to do this. What we could do, pull that off. Drop the medium lasers. That gives us 3.31 tons. That does technically kind of work, but I'm not a fan. Hey, check store. This is they're in planet and they want to ally with me. I haven't decided to ally with them or not because I'm not sure if we want to do that, but they have offered. So, do you have Gauss ammo? You have light Gauss ammo? No, I need full Gauss ammo. I've got a silver bullet Gauss. Because the thought would be, if we didn't go this route, because really this is the mech we have. We've got 22.31 tons. So we've got a silver bullet Gauss, and we've got a single ton of Gauss ammo. Somewhere around here. Ammo Gauss does not explode. So the Gauss rifle is chill. I was about to say how chill it was, but then the heat thing... So 6 heat is all that generates. So that's nice and cold, which we kind of need because we don't have the double heatsink kit. I don't have the second ton of Gauss ammo in order to make this work because 8 shots is not going to get me anywhere. The fun thing about the silver bullet Gauss, though, is this weapon ignores 1 evasion pip and has +1 accuracy. So it's laser weapons of accuracy plus an ignoring of 1 of the evasion pips. This weapon has a recoil of 2 with a jam multiplier of 10. So if we fire it every single round, we're looking at a 20% chance of jamming the gun. Which high energy capacitors will discharge violently for 60 damage. Obviously not great if we make that happen. So we'll try not to. So it fires 7 projectiles. It does 15 damage per projectile. So we're looking at 105 damage if I'm doing my math right. Yeah, 105 damage. And it operates in the same way that a cluster round does. And we really have been using those cluster rounds a lot. I am heavily leaning towards this, actually. Gives us 7.31 tons left. Equipment. Give me that ballistics computer. So this will give us a +1 accuracy. Do you do anything about recoil? No, you don't. So we don't have anything really to support that, but we're working on it. Could give him a Guardian ECM. Just to fill up some weight. We are at max tonnage. I could start pulling things off. That's always a fun thing to do too. TSM, that's... Oh, I would put that on the... Well, if I swap out for a medium laser, I could do that. No, that's thoughts for a different mech. So... I kind of don't need the double heatsink kits. Now, the fun thing is we're not going to need case because of this, which is really cool. So we're nice and safe there. There's no hand that can go on here, right? Yeah, there's no hand. Put a hand over there just in case. Weapons. Support. Narc launcher. Don't have the narc ammo, so that does not work. Energy weapons. Pulses would probably be a good idea. I've only got 1, though. I'd like 2. I can't fit that one. I could fit a snub in there, but I don't have it. I could throw in a couple of ER mediums. What's the range on you? We're looking at an optimal 310-700, which is really nice. That would actually synergize quite well with ER mediums. But that does kind of mean sacrificing anything we've been doing with missiles. But do we want to do anything with missiles? A chaff rocket launcher? I'm not opposed to this. Do we got any other support rockets? No? Okay. We'll keep this in mind. It only weighs 0.25 tons. So, ooh, that's actually... No, that's not perfect. Because we're pretty close to a tonnage. But we will keep that chaff launcher in mind, because the chaff launcher is a great way of saying, crap, don't shoot me. So we tried making use of one of those things on a different mech a little while ago, and it did not work. Fluid gun. I do have Inferno ammo for the fluid gun, but I don't want to get that close to the enemy. He's really going to be sort of a mid-range brawler. If we do that, that's kind of pulses then. I need to preserve 1 ton of heat, or 1 ton in order for the other ton of ammo. Mid-range brawler, would that work? Kind of? I really kind of want to put the ER mediums on here. Because those synergize really nicely. Well, not perfectly nicely, but the ranges come out close enough that I kind of like it. They're about 1 square off from each other. So his minimum range is, well, his optimal is 310. Their optimal is 270. That's 40 meters. Each tile, I believe, is just 30. So that would fill out our energy. We'd have nothing in the missile slot. And we are how close to having... shave one off the leg. Shave one off the other leg. And shave one off the back. And that puts us at 4 tons. At 4 tons, what can I do? Well, I actually only have 3 tons, which means no missile launcher. Engine core? Equipment, engines. I don't want to put a XL engine in there. I think that's moderately suicidal. I don't think I could fit a 240 in this thing. Yeah, we'd be 2 tons overweight, and it's 2 tons because, again, we've got to somehow cram a second ton of Gauss rifle ammo into this thing. So if I lost the ER mediums, I could do this. My movement moves up to 10-6, which is tabletop 4. No, I'm not feeling that as much as I'd love to. This puts me at, yeah, 8-5 with a tabletop of 4 still. He's not the quickest mech in the world, but with the silver bullet, maybe he doesn't have to be. The medium lasers for the additional accuracy buff. That does put him at a heat. He's building 6 per turn. What could I do to you? What could I do to you make you better? Well, first and foremost, a light engine would be perfect. But I don't think I've got it. And we got to build with... Well, I do have patchwork materials. What could I do with that? Is there anything I can do with that? Kinda not really. Okay, don't bother with that one. Jump jets are always an opportunity, but I don't like jump jets. Not a fan of them at all. And you take normal Gauss rifle ammo, right? Yes, uses Gauss ammo, okay. I had a tag, I'd throw that on there without a second thought. The fluid gun is a ton, the ammo is another ton, that's 2 tons. Yeah, and then I'd have 1 more ton for something. Do I get any movement if I go up to the 210? I got a 2.5 tons, and I get a movement of 5.9. So I sprint a little bit faster. But it is quite a bit of tonnage here. I don't need this Guardian ECM. I have it just because we've been putting ECM on basically everything. And it's been somewhat helpful. Actually, if I pulled this off, threw this in, I am half a ton, which then allows me to take, where's that patchwork material? That, and that gives me my second ton of Gauss ammo. I think I'm on board. So we need to find a second ton of Gauss ammo sometime in the next 46 days. Well, longer than that because it's going to take a while. But I think that's a plan. 2 ER medium lasers and a silver bullet Gauss. We're starting to get into that level of the game where we kind of can pull this off a bit. But it's going to be kind of tight. This is going to cost us $283,000. I'm going to confirm that. The equally needs replacing. That's fine because we don't have any. All right, if we can find a double heatsink kit, that'd be great. If we can wait, did I put the 240 engine in you? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so you're faster. So he's gonna be faster. That's gonna be great. The Clint I'm selling. So just to make sure that everybody understands, I don't know if I went over this last time, but I'm gonna go over it this time. This is all that survived. She's a 40-ton mech. She's got 4 ballistic and 6 energy and 1 missile. She doesn't replace anything that I've got. So she kind of competes with the Enforcer, but I'm not keeping her. So sell for $281,000. Hey, our repair was free. So we will have the Shadowhawk next in 4 days. In fact, let's do that. Let's chug along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or did I count too fast? 2 days. 1, 2. Oh yeah, I forgot. All right. Most of our MechWarriors are back on duty. Lovely. Quick check of the mech bay. Anybody who's got any critical hits we can patch. Oh, the Shadowhawk. Our brand new mech. We got the Shadowhawk out of a zero salvage mission. It was the Shadowhawk Lamb, which very, very cool. Somebody had to point that out. And that was something I was not expecting. It is 17 tons remaining. It has an Angel ECM, which is +1 max evasion. He's got a cooling pod, a double heatsink. He's got a double heatsink kit. Okay, so he had a double heatsink kit. Interesting. And this is a Striker Cavalry. Special Forces with 1 large laser, 1 medium pulse, and 4 mediums, in addition to carries a Beagle Active Probe and an ECM suite. I'm not seeing the Beagle, so we kind of lost that. It does have the XL engine. The XL engine saving us 7 tons. Well, 7.5 tons, but 7 tons. It's got a 275, which gives us plus speed. A great deal of plus speed. What could we do with you? You got missiles and you've got all the energy in the world. So let's play with all the energy in the world. First and foremost, I want to grab a PPC. I like PPCs. Probably a better idea to grab the large laser because the large laser is, well, has +1 accuracy, and the PPC, yeah, scrambles for 1 accuracy. So a normal laser, and we got to put that in the arm, obviously. Oh wow, he's got a lot of lasers. And then you are all -1 accuracy laser weapons. Speaking of, do I have the laser target computer, or did I not bother? I did not bother. So ballistic flamer missile Artemis. So we can't do anything with that. So that's one of the things that kind of pushes me away from using a PPC, because a PPC would be fantastic on that. But, and the -1 accuracy is just not going to happen for me. So what we could do is we could just go straight simple and max out the medium lasers, and it would be pretty funny. Hit efficiency goes to crap, because we were looking at 69 for 94. Even with that cooling pod? Wow. He does not like that at all. How many double heatsinks I've got? I've only got the 1 for now. We're working on getting us another one, but it's not there yet. That would put us up to a heat efficiency of 75 for 94. And I can't give myself any more, even though I've actually got more heatsinks, because we don't have the tonnage for it. This would be a true medium-range brawler. Like, this is medium-range brawler personified. Maybe not. Dump the pulse. Puts me 76 and 8 tons, which lets me drop that. And the reason why I want an XL engine out of here is because it's a medium mech. If it's a medium brawler, then we don't want to rely on an XL engine to keep us alive. So a large laser plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medium lasers, and not quite feeling. I do like the medium pulse. Medium pulses are very fun. So what we could do is make it very similar to what the original mech calls for. And how much heat am I currently working at? 75 for 84. That's fine. I do need to find half a ton worth, and I already used my patchwork materials tier 2. 2 hands is good. Could throw on TSM, but he's not really a melee mech. Angel ECM cost me how much weight? 2 tons. The Guardian ECM is 1.5. So this is +1 evasion, +1 defense, 3 sensor check, and 180 radius. This is +1 evasion, +1 defense, 15% signature reduction, 210 radius, 5 to sensor checks. Oh, duh. Pull off the jump jet. Life feels stupid. What else do we need? If I pull off both jump jets and asked you to go just full armor, how much tonnage am I looking at? 0.19 remaining. Do you have a missile hardpoint? You do. Okay, guess what you're getting. A chaff rocket launcher. There we go. 0.6 tons. We take off 1 from the back, and that's a mech, I think. So large laser. Oh wow, this is nearly identical to the Enforcer, isn't it? That one has 2 large lasers, 1 medium, 1 VSPL, 1 pulse, and a tag. Whereas this one has 4 mediums, a pulse, a large, which I think is the original setup. 1 large, 1 medium, 4 pulse. Yeah. So the only thing we're missing is the Beagle Active Probe. And that's it. Huh, nice. I'm on board with this. I think this is a good mech. I think this will be solid to add, and it'll be ready in 11 days. Heavily armored. Pretty fast. I mean, the movement on this thing is what? 10.6. He's probably going to be able to keep up with our Yeah, he should be able to keep up without too much trouble with the Hatchetman. He might be a little bit slower because I believe the Hatchetman is a 50-ton mech and this is a 55. Yeah, the Hatchetman is a 50 because the maximum you can get in tonnage is a 50. So he might be a little bit slower, but he's going to be really well armored. And he's got his random one shaft launcher. Is there another missile hardpoint? Oh, there's just 2 in the torso. The large laser in the hand, medium laser in the hand. Swap you, obviously. Medium pulse over to you. Did I... And weapons. Medium laser in the torso, because I want the pulse to be accurate. You want to stack as much accuracy as possible. That does add an additional day onto the repair, but that's solid, I think. 75 for 87. Yeah, we'll build 12 heat per turn. Definitely on board. Definitely on board. Any sort of cockpit systems that I can add just as a final farewell. Small cockpit, not going to happen. This, you take an injury every time the mech shuts down. This is a heat-generating mech. You're going to lock that in. So more armor, more defense, less jump jets, and a better engine. Because it's not an XL on a 55-tonner. The Raven is fixed and didn't take any major damage. Only thing left is our pilots. So a one mission followed by a whole... Oh, tactics. Gib tactics. Call job bonus. And, you know, being able to move faster. Because he's a +3 initiative. Brother has nothing. Bullet trap. High bullet trap. Exodus has nothing. Hacker has nothing. Hammer has nothing. What? No, Hammer has stuff. Okay. Guts would give us an additional +10 overheat threshold and injury resistance. Tactics would give us the call chop bonus and an addition to his initiative. And gunnery would make that cannon more accurate, which we don't really use. I am leaning heavily on tactics. Yeah, tactics. Plus 25% view distance too. Definitely. It's crazy to me, because in the last version that we were playing, back for Starboard Starter Car and Sledge's Hammers, tactics was a dump stat. But now, because tactics is tied in with the initiative system and tied in with the view system, this is one of the most important skills in the game. It's amazing, and I love it. There really are no dump stats, because you need gunnery to hit things, you need piloting to survive and to also punch things, you need guts for your heat generation and your melee resist and your heat resistance, and you need tactics so you can see things. This is a much better setup for the skill tree, because every skill now actually does matter. And if you'll notice, we're building our pilots very evenly. We haven't gone anybody who's at like 8 tactics and 2 or 8 gunnery and 2 tactics, because I think we had someone like that in the last round. So I'm just absolutely thrilled with how they've changed things up. So let's see in how the building are. So 46 days in the Centurion. Centurion's going below the Shadowhawk. None of these guys actually took any crazy damage. So I'm kind of okay. Well, let's do that. That'll get the Shadowhawk done soon, and the Shadowhawk needs to be done soon. So Hatchetman is done. Quick check on the Hatchetman to make sure that nothing's quite broken on that still. Good. The armor took everything, although if you have even 1 slot available, I need to give you something. He does! Oh, lovely. TSF. Not there. Put it there. So that'll give him an additional sprint and melee damage, which he desperately needs. That'll take him a day. He's going back up to the top of the order. And as we get more TSM, we'll start swapping out those, we'll start swapping out the pulses for more just regular pirate lasers, if we haven't already. Alright, you're done. Shadowhawk in the next 8 days. We are good on cash. Yes, we are. And all the mechs in the mech bays are things we're keeping. Yes? Yes. So we've got a pretty solid core of 50 tonners. I mean, the Hatchman... Oh, the Hatchman's 45 tons. Interesting. So he's actually going to be quite a bit faster than that Shadowhawk. But that Shadowhawk will almost be able to keep up, right? Movement is 711. Plus the supercharger, which will make him quite quick indeed. But yeah, as we get more, we'll start pulling out these pulse lasers and we'll put on more TSM, because that'll see up... Oh, no, it won't. That'll free up tonnage, but it won't free up slots. Although, if we swap out both of the medium pulse lasers for a pirate pulse, we can pull off the Pharaoh. Speaking of which, do I have any more pirate mediums? Because they add additional melee damage. I do not. So yeah, that'll be the plan for him. So we'll be able to pull off the specialist armor and structure on him, and that will allow us to be more aggressive. I'm just going to run the clock on, even though it is the end of the episode. We're not going anywhere. Shadowhawk's done. Oh, it makes me feel good. Mech Bay. Mech Bay, please. Alright, so we've got 4 mechs ready to go now. We've got the Hunchback, the Shadowhawk, the Raven, and the Hatchet Man. We've got 2 days left before something happens. We're going to take another mission before the end of the month for sure. But for now, I've been Tarak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.